Hello, everyone. Pastor John here with Faith Over Fear again. Happy Monday to everyone. Hope this gets your week off to a great start. We really hope you were in church yesterday and that started off everything for you, and that everything's going well for you so far today. I know it's early, but Paul tells us that we're not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of such is, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. And dear friend, the day is approaching. You look around, you see the things on the news, you hear the reports on the radio, you pick up a newspaper, and it's there in black and white. It's plain as the nose on your face. The end times are near. So we're reminded all the time through the Word that of the importance of church and how church should mean to us. I'm going to every so often have someone from our congregation come and help us on the devotional. And today I have Debbie Rawlings with me, is going to help and pursue the importance of the local church. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning.
Debbie, what was the thing that brought you to the point of accepting Christ?
Well, when I was 12 years old, I was threatened by church people, and if I didn't go up to the altar and be saved, I was going to go to hell. So this really scared me, and I kept from church and Christ for many years, and I really had a bad taste for people who talked to me about Christ. Then one day, I had this young man approach me with a tract, and he asked me if I had Christ in my heart. I told him no thanks, and he said to me, "Just know that only you can decide, and no one else can ask him to come into your heart but you." I had never had anyone tell me that it was up to me before. Then a week later, this young man knocked on my front door. He asked if I had thought about what he'd said about Christ. I invited him into my home because, as my life was at the time, it was in shambles. I was in my 30s, a military dependent, with 2 children and a bad first marriage. All of my family was 600 miles away, and I had no one to turn to. That afternoon, sitting at my dining room table, I gave my heart to Jesus as the young man was Pastor John Koontz, who sat there and prayed with me.
Don't forget that young man.
A young man,
That's good. Praise the Lord. So what does, after all these years, I don't mean that we're old. We're just better, right?
Yeah, right.
After all these years, what does church mean to you?
The church means everything to me. It's a place to learn, a place to rest, a place to power yourself up to face trials in the week to come, a place for fellowship with fellow Christians. If I miss church, I feel funny. When Pastor John had quit his preaching at Grace Baptist, I couldn't find another pastor that I felt was learning what I needed to from the Lord. So a pastor that read directly from the Bible was hard to find at the time, and I didn't go to another church and sure didn't learn from the Bible like I should have on my own, and I did miss church. My husband David and I have been attending Pinesburg Baptist Church since Easter of 2015, and we have learned so much. And we have at Pinesburg Baptist Church a lot of loving people, and it's a little country church with pastor that reads from the Bible, and we still sing from the hymn books as our preacher talks of salvation every Sunday and gives you the choice privately when you are ready for salvation.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I know you're involved in a lot in the church and different things. What can you share just a little bit quickly what you're involved in for the Lord?
Well, I've learned to walk with Jesus. I've learned to listen to Jesus, and I have become involved with Giving Back Homeless Ministry. This ministry involves Christian people near and far from 8 different churches walking with Jesus. We all come together every third Saturday night from 6:30 to 9:30 at the Hope Mission here in Hagerstown. We feed the homeless and give them just a few hours of happiness and know they are loved. Christ is our guide as we provide a speaker during church with a message or testimony that the homeless can relate to and let them know that Christ can help them through salvation. We also have music worship to the Lord. I have witnessed the Lord in action working with these people and their needs, knowing needs are what and when and who needs them. I urge my fellow Christians to come join us to help and serve these people. It will warm your heart and it'll humble you quickly.
Yeah, it's a giant need in the community for sure. With all the things that Debbie does in the church, I know she's our treasurer and she does other things, cleans the church, and just she's here more than what I am, seems like. But this homeless ministry is something that if you're not careful, you just don't see an end to it, and you can get down and out real quick. But I know you do a great job with it. So we want to thank you for sharing with us this morning. And we take for granted the local church a lot of times until we need the local church. And I want us to, as we finish this morning, I want us to think about this statement. And it simply goes, if every church member were a member like me, what kind of a church would my church be? Would it be full one Sunday and empty the next, or would it be full for 3 Sundays in a row and then full the next, or whatever it would be? Would it be a busy church? Would it be a working church? If you have a home church, I admonish you to get busy. Time is running short. The Lord could come back today for sure. So if you have a home church, get in it and get busy. If you don't, we invite you to come with us and visit at Pinesburg. Our Sunday services are our Sunday school at 10 o'clock and our morning services at 11 o'clock. And we're located at 14706 Clear Spring Road in Williamsport, which if you put that in your GPS, it'll bring you right to the front door of the church. Okay? I'd love to hear from you. My phone number, if you'd like to call or text, is 240-675-5577. Now, until we're together again, you let go and let God make it a great week for you.